My precious child, please do not scroll past this moment. This is not an accident. This is not a random video that just happened to find its way to your screen. You should not ignore this or treat it lightly, because right now, something completely out of this world is taking place. There are only 3 minutes left in a very special spiritual window, and a person who is in heaven, someone you love more than words can ever truly capture, has urgently asked you to open this message. Please, do not skip. I wish to talk to you right now. Yes, I am talking directly to you. Someone from the other side is reaching out, trying with all their might to get in touch with your heart. This person is someone you loved so deeply, someone you miss so much that it physically aches, and they have picked me, Archangel Michael, to speak on their behalf today. They have been waiting for such a long time for you to be still enough to hear this. If you only knew how long they have been standing right there beside you, watching over your every step. Before we go any deeper into this holy space, heaven asks you to do something simple but incredibly powerful. Sharing this message right now will multiply your favor and extend the blessing to those who desperately need it. When you share this, you become a bridge of light for someone else who is hurting. Someone who is sitting in the dark waiting for a sign just like you are. By sending this to others, you open the floodgates of heaven not just for them, but for yourself. It is a beautiful circle of grace. So, take a brief moment, right after hearing this call, to share this video. Let the light travel far and wide. How many times did they whisper gently to your spirit when you were crying all by yourself in that quiet room? They left you so many signs, my child. A tiny feather appearing out of nowhere on your path. A vivid dream where you could almost feel their hug. A favorite song playing on the radio at the exact moment you were thinking of them. A flickering light in the hallway when the house was completely still. These are not random events. These are the beautiful, gentle signs they left just to let you know they are still right there with you. You missed them though, didn't you? You had your doubts. You brushed them off. You convinced yourself that your sad and tired mind might just be playing tricks on you. But I am here to tell you with absolute divine authority that it was not a trick. They tried so hard to talk to you before, and now they are trying again. This time, they are using my voice. Please, pay very close attention to what I am saying. As we stand in this sacred moment, I want you to perform a small action that carries massive weight in the spiritual realm. Liking this video is an act of faith that accelerates the divine breakthrough over your life. It might seem like just a simple click of a button, but to heaven, it is a loud and clear signal. It is your way of saying that you are open to receiving the miracles that are lined up for you. Liking the video is an act of faith that accelerates the divine breakthrough over your life, turning the key in the lock of your new season. So, go ahead and press that like button and feel the energy shift around you. They are saying to you right now, please open this message and let it sink into your spirit. Do not skip it, even if your heart is exhausted. Even if your faith has run completely dry, even if you have been hurt so many times that you have stopped believing in miracles altogether, they need you to hear what they simply could not say while they were still alive on this earth. Child, you have been walking around carrying so much heavy weight in your heart. You are carrying a backpack full of rocks that you were never meant to carry. There are memories that ache inside your chest like they just happened yesterday. Sometimes, the whole world feels incredibly empty and cold without their physical presence. And the hardest part is that you blame yourself. You blame yourself for not saying more, for not being there more often, for not somehow knowing that they would not be able to stay longer. If this word has resonated in your spirit, and you sense that heaven is speaking directly to you, type Amen in the comments below. Let this be your public declaration, your agreement with what God is initiating, and your activation into the new season. Writing this one powerful word is not a meaningless formality. It is your soul standing up and saying yes to the divine healing that is pouring down right now. Let the act of writing these words be your public declaration, sealing this word and serving as an anchor of faith that activates the breakthrough God is bringing into your life. They want you to let that guilt go right now. Imagine taking that heavy backpack off your shoulders and just letting it drop to the floor. They see you, my child. They see every single tear you have cried in the middle of the night. Every time a tear fell from your cheek, an angel caught it. Every broken prayer you mumbled under your breath when you thought absolutely no one else was listening, heaven heard it loud and clear. And here is exactly what your loved one is saying to you right now. My beloved, I never left you. I never truly went away. I am still connected to you in beautiful, mysterious ways that the normal world simply cannot understand. When you speak to me in the silence of your room, I respond in signs. When you feel completely lost in the fog of life, I am the one trying to gently guide your path back to the light. But today, this message is extremely urgent and important. There is something you absolutely must hear. Something they need you to carry forward because they cannot deliver this message to anyone else but you. If you are listening to my voice, take a moment right now to breathe deeply. Breathe in the peace of God and breathe out all the anxiety. What is about to happen in your life could change everything forever. But to step into this new chapter, you must be properly aligned with the divine flow. Subscribing is an act of obedience that secures your alignment with the new season. By clicking subscribe, you are building a permanent bridge between your daily life and the heavenly realm. You are making sure that you never miss a single word or warning that the angels are trying to send you. Subscribing is an act of obedience that secures your alignment with the new season, ensuring that when the next prophetic instruction comes, your spiritual ears are wide open and ready to receive it. Please, take that simple step of obedience right now. I believe we are only seeing the very beginning of what heaven is going to reveal to us. Yes, my child, you have been seeing the signs. You may have thought they were just coincidences made up in your head, but they are as real as the air you breathe. The repetitive numbers you keep seeing on the clock, the soft whispers you hear when the room is entirely quiet, and that sudden warm feeling that someone is standing right behind you, lovingly watching over you. That is them. Everything is perfectly clear to them now. They have no more pain, no more confusion. They remember the very last conversation you had together. They remember exactly what you were wearing that day. They remember the sound of your laugh, the tone of your voice, and the depth of your tears. Their soul will not fully rest in complete peace until you understand something vitally important. They do not want you to keep suffering as if you are being punished for something. You are not being punished. They want you to stop beating yourself up for the things you simply did not know at the time. They love you now more than they ever could on earth because they see the whole truth, and they know that you truly did your best. Now, pay very close attention to the shift in the atmosphere. Their spiritual eyes have seen the recent problems you have been facing. They have seen the quiet struggles that only you know about. They know how you wake up feeling completely exhausted, even after sleeping for hours. They see the way your bright smile is sometimes used as a mask to hide how incredibly tired your soul is. They watch you as you keep trying so hard to be the strong one for everyone else, even though inside you really just want someone to hold you and truly understand your pain. They get it now. They understand it all perfectly. And because of your secret tears, Archangel Michael has been given a direct order from the throne of God to step in. This message found its way to you today, at the exact right second because of that divine order. There is a massive miracle forming in the clouds right now, about to break open over your life, and your loved one in heaven specifically asked to be a part of delivering it to you. You may not be able to see it with your physical eyes just yet, but the spiritual weather is changing. The easy things you do right now are setting the stage for huge blessings. The moment you opened your heart to this video, you essentially told the universe that you are finally ready. You are open. You are setting yourself up to catch the blessings that are literally calling out your specific name. Can you feel the energy around you changing? It is like a soft, warm breeze entering a cold room. The winter of your soul is ending, and the spring of your new life is just beginning to bloom. Heaven moves powerfully through willing voices, but it grows the fastest through hearts that are deeply kind and open. This is what I am declaring over your life right now. The pain, the overwhelming confusion, and the long, exhausting wait times are finally coming to an end. There is a gentle whisper echoing through the halls of heaven right now. Your loved one is saying, "Tell them I miss them every single day. Tell them I did not want to leave so soon, but I am now completely free from all earthly pain, and I am going to do absolutely everything in my power to help them from this side." They are busily working on a divine alignment behind the scenes, a miracle that cannot be seen with normal eyes right now, but will be wonderfully visible to you very soon if you just stay open and remain hopeful. The most beautiful part of this entire divine encounter is unfolding right at this very moment. There are other powerful spiritual beings who want to surround you with love. Your life is currently being assigned a brand new team of angels. Someone or something totally new is about to walk into your daily path to help you, to shield you, and to protect you in magnificent ways you have never felt before. Right now, there is a protective circle of them standing completely around you. They gather mostly at your home, keeping watch in your bedroom while you sleep, or standing quietly near where you work during the day. Did you just feel a sudden chill or a wave of goosebumps? That is not an accident. Suddenly, there was a deep sense of peace right in the middle of all your chaotic thoughts. Someone called your name in your spirit when no one was physically there in the room. That is not something you made up in your imagination. That is completely real. That is the exact way heaven opens up and bleeds into our world. Now, my precious child, let me ask you a very important question. Have you ever truly stopped to think about divine timing? Because what you are experiencing right now is not just watching a simple video on a screen. This is divine timing actively at work in your life. I was specifically asked to step forward and say these exact words by someone in heaven who loves you deeply. You have been knocking on a very heavy door for a very long time, and your knuckles are bruised and tired. But I am here to tell you that the door is finally about to swing wide open. Now is the exact right time to step into the light you have been waiting for. You are going to get the answers you have been desperately looking for, and they will arrive in a way that is so clear and undeniably real that no one will be able to argue against it. You need to stay wide awake in your spirit, though. God-given moments like these are rare and precious, and they should not be missed just because the window of opportunity is small. In the quiet 3 minutes right before you are ready to give up completely, and in the very last second before the heavy tears fall from your eyes, that is exactly when the greatest miracles happen. You opened this message right at the precise second when heaven looked down and said, "Open this now." That single action shows the angels that your soul is finally ready. Now, they are rejoicing and happy up there in heaven. They are looking down and saying, "You heard me. You actually listened. You let your guarded heart open up again. I am so proud of you, and I am standing right here with you. And I promise you, I will stay right by your side until your miracle arrives and is safely in your hands." Stay tuned, my beloved, because what is coming next in the next few days will shake your world in the most beautiful, breathtaking way possible. Yes, my beloved child, we are only just beginning this incredible journey together. My beloved child, as we continue, I want you to understand something beautiful about the journey of the soul. You see, the person who crossed over, the one who left this physical world much sooner than you ever wanted or expected, had a profound divine purpose for their departure. Their journey did not end the moment they took their last breath on this earth. In fact, their soul did not shrink into nothingness. It grew. It expanded like a beautiful bird, finally released from a very small cage, flying high into the endless bright sky. Because they are now in the heavenly light, it has become so much easier for them to see everything clearly. The love they have for you did not fade away. It actually became infinitely stronger, pure, and unbroken by earthly worries. They are now a beautiful part of something so much bigger than we can easily comprehend. They go on long, peaceful walks with the angels. But please hear this truth. Even though they live in the most glorious light, their spirit still beats continuously for you. They have never looked away from your life. And because they love you so intensely, they have asked for heavenly reinforcements to surround you. Right at this very second, I, Archangel Michael, am standing right next to you. I am standing guard over your space. I am hiding your name from anything that wishes you harm, with my massive glowing shield raised high and my flaming sword drawn. Even when the world feels dark and threatening, even when the news is scary and the future looks blurry, I am talking to your enemies in a firm whisper, telling them they cannot touch you. You have absolutely no idea how incredibly safe you really are. You are deeply protected. You are not alone, even when you feel like the loneliest person on the entire planet. Heaven is always working incredibly hard for you behind the scenes, setting up safety nets, even when you do not think anyone in the universe cares about your struggles. But to truly hear the soft rustle of angel wings and the whispers of your loved one, you need to allow yourself to be perfectly still. I know it is so very loud out there in the world. You have a massive mountain of worries on your mind. The bills, the responsibilities, the fears about tomorrow. Your own quiet inner voice of intuition is constantly being drowned out by the harsh noise of your lingering pain, your deep regrets, and your daily confusion. But I want you to slow down for just a minute or two right now. Just breathe in slowly, because there is something truly holy going on in this space between us. Liking this video is an act of faith that accelerates the divine breakthrough over your life. When you take that small physical action, it mirrors the spiritual action of opening your hands to catch the rain of blessings. It tells the spiritual realm that you are actively participating in your own rescue. Every time you press that button, you are pulling the heavenly protection even closer to your home. Liking this video is an act of faith that accelerates the divine breakthrough over your life, clearing the heavy fog so that the angels can work faster on your behalf. Take a second to do that and let the peace settle over your shoulders. The angels are giving me very specific visions right now, and they want me to share them with you so you know they are truly watching. They see you as you sit quietly by the window, looking out into the distance, wondering if they can really see you from up there. They listen closely as you talk to them in your head, having entire conversations in your mind, desperately hoping that they can hear your silent words. They watch with such deep tenderness as you carefully hold on to something they left behind. Perhaps it is a faded picture you keep on your phone, or on your nightstand, an old handwritten letter, a piece of clothing that still holds the faint memory of their scent, or just a precious memory that plays on a loop in your mind while you cry in complete silence late at night. You hold on to these things in a sacred part of your soul that simply never closed its doors. I am here to tell you, with the full authority of heaven, that they are still with you. I can tell you absolutely that they did see you sitting by that window. They heard every single word you spoke in the quiet of that room. They stood so incredibly close to you during those dark nights. Their spiritual warmth wraps around you like a heavy, comforting blanket when you shiver from the coldness of grief. Have you ever noticed the blinds moving slightly when there was no wind? Or a sudden, unexplainable warmth that made your weary heart skip a beat? You can no longer doubt it, because that was them gently saying, "I am right here with you." They are real, they are safe, and they are with you right now, my precious child. If this message confirms what your spirit is sensing, declare your agreement in the comments below. I accept the upgrade. Let the act of writing these words be your public declaration, sealing this word and serving as an anchor of faith that activates the breakthrough God is initiating over your life right now. By typing, "I accept the upgrade," you are drawing a line in the sand. You are telling the universe that you will no longer be held hostage by grief or fear, and that you are ready to step into the higher vibration that your loved one is calling you toward. Now, pay very close attention to this next part. They urgently need to get this specific message across to you right away. You are so much stronger than you actually believe you are. They are saying to you loudly from heaven, you are not cursed. Let me repeat that, because your heart needs to absorb it. You are not under a dark cloud. You are not cursed. We have not forgotten about you. Out of billions of souls, you have been specifically chosen for a massive spiritual turnaround. Right now, I know exactly how you feel. You feel like you are drastically behind in life. You look around and you think that absolutely everyone else has easily moved on, that everyone else is succeeding and smiling, while you are permanently stuck in the mud of your current situation. But what you do not know, what you could not possibly see with your earthly eyes, is that your long delay was entirely meant to be. It was orchestrated by divine hands. Think of it like a loving parent holding a child back from running into a busy street. As the dangerous battlefield in front of you was being thoroughly cleared of traps and enemies, you were purposefully kept in a holding position of absolute protection. I really am speaking directly to your spirit from heaven right now. What looked exactly like a harsh rejection to you, that closed door, that lost opportunity, that person who walked away, was really God's divine redirection. Heaven was busy getting you ready for a massive upgrade during what simply felt like a frustrating pause. It felt like the bitter end of your story, but I promise you it was just the necessary start of your greatest chapter. At this very exact moment in time, there is a massive shift happening, a true divine reversal. Something major in your life that was deeply broken is currently being seamlessly fixed by invisible hands. Something precious that was unfairly stolen from you is making its way back into your life multiplied. Someone or something you thought was completely lost forever is beautifully being found. And heaven wants you to be fully prepared and ready, because when this miracle finally breaks through the clouds, it will happen surprisingly quickly. It will not knock on your door twice. And this time, you should not wait or hesitate to answer it. Your loved one is looking down at you right now, leaning over the balcony of heaven, and they are asking you with so much love in their eyes, "Can you please promise me something? Promise me you will not give up just 5 minutes before your biggest breakthrough. Promise me you will not let your earthly fears steal the beautiful things that your spiritual faith has built. Promise me you will not ignore the quiet, trusting voice of your soul anymore, because you literally have an army of angels on special assignment working just for you. And I, Archangel Michael, the protector and the warrior of the divine, have been specifically sent to permanently remove the heavy boulders that are blocking your blessings from flowing down the river to you. That is right. I acknowledge that there has been a painful delay in your life, but it is not because you are unworthy. It is not because you are unlovable or because you did something terribly wrong. The delay happened simply because dark negative forces desperately tried to distract you from your glowing destiny. They tried to make you look down at your muddy shoes instead of up at the starry sky. But hear my voice. Their time is officially up. Heaven has loudly declared that this season of hardship is completely over your life. To make sure you are firmly planted in this new, victorious season, you must anchor yourself to these words. Subscribing is an act of obedience that secures your alignment with the new season. When you hit that subscribe button, you are making a spiritual contract. You are saying that you will not let the distractions of the world pull you away from the divine guidance that is finally reaching you. Subscribing is an act of obedience that secures your alignment with the new season, ensuring that the protective shield I am placing over you remains strong and unbroken by daily doubts. The long, exhausting spiritual battle you have been fighting in the dark is finally ending. The brilliant golden reward is swiftly on its way to your front door. And now, the specific person in heaven who loves you so incredibly much, they are saying something very quietly, almost in a soft whisper. But my angelic ears can hear it perfectly. And I must tell you exactly, word for word, what I hear them saying. They are whispering, I never, ever stopped loving you. I never left your side for a single second. I will be standing right exactly next to you the moment the tide turns and everything beautiful changes. The very day you finally smile again fully, with your whole heart and no sadness hiding behind your eyes, I will be right there celebrating. I will send a warm, gentle wind to blow through your hair, and I will shine the golden sunlight directly onto your face. And when you feel that warmth, that will be me, smiling down and saying, I am so incredibly proud of you, my beloved. Do you truly understand how incredibly rare and special it is to receive a direct, personal message like this straight from the other side? Please, do not let your logical mind talk you out of the miracle you are currently experiencing. This is not a mere coincidence or a glitch in the algorithm of your day. This is a profound spiritual visitation. Right now, at this very second as you listen to my voice, heaven is physically closer to you than it has ever been before in your entire life. The invisible veil that separates our bright heavenly world from your heavy physical world has grown incredibly thin, almost like a piece of sheer silk. That is exactly why you just felt those sudden goosebumps travel down your arms. That is exactly why the rhythm of your heartbeat suddenly changed, beating a little faster with an unexplainable hope. That is exactly why your tired eyes just filled with warm tears without any warning or logical reason. It is because your spirit recognizes the truth, even when your mind is trying to catch up. You are standing directly in the middle of a sacred, holy moment. A massive, beautiful miracle is literally reaching its hand through the barriers of time, through the vastness of space, and through the deep oceans of your personal pain. And it is firmly entering your world right now. But please, my beautiful child, I beg of you, do not immediately silence your soul and go back to worrying right after this message ends. Because you are not done growing. You are only just now awakening from a very long, dark sleep. So here is exactly what the Council of Angels lovingly asks of you right now. We ask you to be entirely open. We ask you to stay highly alert to the gentle nudges in your spirit. We ask you to fiercely expect miracles in your everyday life, starting today. And most importantly of all, we ask you to simply believe again. Let the ice around your heart melt, because I am giving you a divine promise right now. In the next 7 days, something very specific and undeniable will happen to you that permanently proves this was not just a comforting message on a screen. This was a solid confirmation, a true heavenly prophecy, a glowing divine seed deliberately planted deep in the fertile soil of your heart that is about to rapidly grow into a massive tree of blessings. Your painful tears of grief are actively turning into powerful prayers of manifestation. Your broken prayers are turning into clear divine instructions for your next steps. And those divine instructions are turning directly into the massive blessings you have been waiting years to see. And the beautiful soul up in heaven, the one who sent me to you today, they are smiling so radiantly right now. The light coming from their joy is blindingly beautiful. They are smiling because you actually listened to this, because you bravely opened your damaged heart again, despite the risk, because they know with absolute heavenly certainty that you are going to be okay. In fact, you are going to be so much more than just okay. You are going to be completely, miraculously, and divinely restored. Yes, my beloved child. Let us continue walking together, because the most breathtaking and powerful part of this divine message is yet to come. Now that your beautiful heart is finally open and your weary soul is truly listening, I want you to close your eyes for just a moment and imagine something with me. Picture this scene in your mind. You are standing in a room that is entirely still. There is no loud noise from the street, no stress from your daily life, no heavy bills waiting on the table, and absolutely no voices pulling you in 100 different directions. There is just deep, profound silence, unbreakable peace, and a soft, golden light filling the space. And in the center of that warm light, you see a figure slowly approaching you. They are familiar, they are gentle, and they are absolutely glowing with a heavenly radiance. You do not even need to ask who this beautiful person is, because your soul recognizes them instantly, before your eyes even fully focus. It is the person you lost. It is the one who crossed over to the other side, the one you cried for until you had no tears left, the one you still carry deep inside your spirit every single day. They walk up to you and they gently reach for your hands. As their hands hold yours, you feel a rush of warmth, an overwhelming comfort, and a sudden flood of emotion that simply cannot be described with earthly words. But even in their quietness, they speak so clearly, right into the center of your heart. And here is exactly what they say to you. I am so incredibly proud of you. You look in the mirror and you think you have failed. But I look at you from heaven and I see your magnificent strength. You think you are completely lost in the dark, but I see you constantly rising and finding your way. You think you are entirely broken into a million pieces, but I see brilliant divine light pouring beautifully through every single crack. And I know, my child, you want to ask them so many things. You want to ask, why did you go? Why did you have to leave me so quickly? How come I didn't get to say a proper goodbye? But before you can even get the words out, they softly touch your heart and say, because I was never meant to say a final goodbye. I was only meant to say, I will see you again later, my child. If this word has resonated in your spirit and you sense that heaven is speaking directly to you, type Amen in the comments below. Let this be your public declaration, your agreement with what God is initiating, and your activation into the new season. By typing Amen, you are reaching back to the one who is reaching out to you. You are telling them that you feel their presence, that you accept their love, and that you are ready to heal the broken places in your heart. Please hear me when I say this. This beautiful moment we just shared in your mind is not just your imagination playing tricks on you to make you feel better. It is a profound spiritual reality. Heaven frequently allows these brief, beautiful visitations in moments of perfect divine alignment. And right now, simply because you chose to open this message today, that sacred moment of connection is unfolding just for you. I, Archangel Michael, am actively speaking this powerful truth into your life. Now, you must prepare yourself, because you are about to walk out of the desert and straight into a lush season of miracles. These miracles will be so incredibly loud and obvious to us that even your worst enemies and your biggest doubters will fall completely silent. You are about to receive solid physical proof that all of your late-night prayers were not spoken in vain. Right at this very moment, there is someone out there thinking about you, preparing to finally say the uplifting words you have been desperately longing to hear. There is a massive, life-changing opportunity forming far away from your physical eyes, and it will reach you like a beautiful surprise, instantly healing years and years of bitter disappointment. There is a massive spiritual shift happening inside the walls of your home right now. The heavy, sad energy is being actively cleared out by the angels. The atmosphere is being permanently changed from sorrow to joy. And those long, dark nights of crying all alone in your bed, I declare to you that they are finally coming to a permanent end. To help clear this energy and invite the blessing in, I ask you to take a very simple action. Liking this video is an act of faith that accelerates the divine breakthrough over your life. When you press that button, it is a physical representation of a spiritual yes. It is a signal flare sent straight up into the heavenly sky, letting the angels know exactly where to drop the blessings they have been carrying for you. Every time you show your agreement, the spiritual walls around you get stronger, and the path to your miracle gets shorter. Liking this video is an act of faith that accelerates the divine breakthrough over your life, paving the road for your new season to arrive without any more unnecessary delays. Listen to me very carefully. You cannot go back to the old version of you who stopped believing in the goodness of God. You cannot go back to the dark days when you let cold fear lead all of your decisions and dictate your future. You have been completely awakened now, and heaven expects so much more from you. This is not because you are perfect. No human is perfect, but because you are divinely chosen. The beautiful soul in heaven who loves you is literally clapping their hands right now, leaning over and whispering excitedly to the other angels. They heard it. They finally heard the message. I want you to know with absolute certainty that heaven has seen your daily struggle, and they have watched you with so much unconditional love. They know exactly how incredibly hard it is for you to trust anyone again after being hurt so many times. They have watched you put on a brave face and pretend to be perfectly fine just so others do not worry about you. But God has seen every single bit of your hiding. God has seen behind the mask. And now, the Creator of the universe says to you, no more hiding. Do not shrink yourself anymore to make other people comfortable. Stop letting doubts cloud your brilliant mind. It is officially time to rise. Let me say this again so it anchors deep into your spirit. It is time to rise. This isn't just nice spiritual talk to make you smile for a moment. You are about to experience a massive divine interruption in your normal, daily life. It will come when you least expect it. It might be a sudden phone call that changes everything, a letter in the mail that brings amazing news, or a strange moment that feels exactly like déjà vu. And in that glorious moment of breakthrough, the person in heaven will be standing right beside you, cheering you on and celebrating in ways only angels can. You are not late to your own destiny. You are not a forgotten soul. You are not cursed with bad luck. You are a walking, breathing miracle. And if you just keep walking forward, if you just keep breathing through the hard days, and if you keep opening your soft heart to these heavenly messages, you will witness something so spectacular that you will one day sit down and eagerly tell the story to your children and your grandchildren. You will tell them, I was so tired, I almost gave up completely, and then God boldly stepped in and changed everything. To ensure that you remain in the flow of this divine interruption, you must stay connected to the source. Subscribing is an act of obedience that secures your alignment with the new season. When you subscribe to these messages, you are effectively putting your name on heaven's mailing list. You are telling the universe that you are an active participant in your own spiritual rescue mission. Subscribing is an act of obedience that secures your alignment with the new season, locking you into the frequency of miracles and ensuring that you never miss a single instruction from your heavenly guides. Please, take a moment right now to make that connection official. Let this comforting message settle deep into your tired spirit. Let it wash gently over the exhausted, bruised parts of your soul like warm water. Let it awaken the beautiful, colorful dreams that you buried under a heavy pile of fear so many years ago. Because I, Archangel Michael, am formally declaring this truth over your life today. In the next few days, as you go about your normal routines, you will receive a confirmation so shockingly clear that even your loudest doubts will be forced to bow down in silence. And the beloved person in heaven, they will send you one last beautiful sign to perfectly seal this sacred moment in your heart. What could this sign be? Pay attention, my child. It might be a brightly colored butterfly landing gently near you when it is not even the right season. It might be an incredibly vivid dream where you clearly hear them call your true name. It might be a sudden, familiar smell of their perfume or their favorite flower that comes out of absolutely nowhere in an empty room. Or it might be a soft, undeniable voice in your spirit that simply says, "You are not alone." When you feel that specific sign, do not question it. Do not try to explain it away with logic. Take it into your hands like a precious gift. Give them a warm smile right back and say out loud, "I heard you too." The days that immediately follow will be wonderfully filled with the lingering resonance of this sacred message and this incredible spiritual moment. Do not forget about the peace you feel right now. Save this feeling. Come back to it again and again. When you are feeling bone tired, let this divine promise lead you. When you are scared of the unknown future, let this heavenly love help you. They love you so much because God loves you unconditionally. For God has never, not for a single second, forgotten about you. You are currently standing in a divine hour of grace. Your long-awaited time of remembrance has finally arrived. And this beautiful shift you are feeling is your very own miracle beginning to unfold. If this word has resonated in your spirit and you sense that heaven is speaking directly to you, type Amen in the comments below. Let this be your public declaration, your agreement with what God is initiating, and your activation into the new season. Writing these words is like planting a seed in fertile soil. It is a spiritual agreement between you and the heavenly realm. You are letting the universe, your assigned guardian angels, and the beautiful person who loves you so much in heaven know that you are completely open, entirely willing, and fully ready to receive every single blessing, healing, or miracle that has your name written on it. I will carry you safely through this next part of your journey, my precious child, because the wheels are turning and something massive is still moving in the spiritual sky right above your head. Nothing was truly ready to be released into your life until you finally said yes. Nothing could move forward until your hardened heart softened just enough to let the light in. Everything was paused until your weary soul looked up and said, "I am ready now." And heaven is getting incredibly ready to move mountains for you, especially now that you have stayed with me this long, didn't skip away, and bravely opened your heart to this message, even when you started with so much doubt. Archangel Michael is no longer just talking to you through the screen. My divine job right now is to actively watch over your life. I have stepped into your atmosphere, and no amount of worldly darkness, no matter how thick it may seem, can ever break the brilliant circle of holy light that is currently forming around you. Your spirit is going to feel this profound shift very soon. Even if your physical eyes cannot see it right away, you are going to physically feel so much lighter when you wake up in the mornings. The heavy blanket of dread that used to greet you at dawn is being permanently lifted. You will be able to tell instantly when a situation or a person is no longer right for your journey. Some things, and perhaps even some people, will begin to fall away from your life quite quickly, and you will notice this happening. Do not be alarmed when this occurs. It is not a loss. It is a divine clearing. It feels exactly like someone is thoroughly cleaning the debris off your path, simply because there is indeed an army of angels actively cleaning it for you. Your entire destiny is shifting and changing course right now as you listen to these words. And I am here standing before you to declare that your past denials are being gloriously redeemed. Your painful delays are being completely rewritten, and your frustrating detours are being perfectly realigned with God's ultimate plan. And the beautiful person in heaven who is watching over you is sending down so much more than just their love. They are actively sending you real, tangible help. They are speaking to other souls on earth in quiet whispers, guiding them to cross your path. There are gentle spiritual nudges currently going out into the hearts of people who will very soon walk right into your life, holding the exact keys, the specific answers, or the next vital steps that you have been desperately praying for. If this word has resonated in your spirit and you sense that heaven is speaking directly to you, type Amen in the comments below. Let this be your public declaration, your agreement with what God is initiating, and your activation into the new season. When you type Amen, you are actively opening the spiritual gates of your life to allow these new helpers, these new opportunities, and these new blessings to flow in freely. Let the act of writing these words be your public declaration, sealing this word and serving as an anchor of faith that activates the breakthrough God is bringing into your world right now. One very specific moment is being shown to me right now by the heavenly realm. In this spiritual vision, you are standing directly next to a large, imposing door. This is not a door made of wood or glass in the real physical world. It is a massive spiritual doorway representing your future. You have been waiting in the cold hallway outside this door for so incredibly long that you genuinely do not know if it will ever actually open for you. The waiting has drained your energy. Sometimes, in your weakest moments, you even think about just giving up, walking away, and turning around to go back to exactly what you knew before, even if it was painful. But I am urgently telling you, do not move. Do not walk away. Because someone in heaven who loves you deeply is actively yelling down to you right now. Yes, they are absolutely yelling with excitement. They are saying, hold on, please, hold on. It is finally about to open. Just one more second. You have come way too far, survived way too much, and cried way too many tears to just walk away at this crucial point. Do you know what God says about this exact moment? The creator of the universe says to tell you that the specific breakthrough you have been endlessly praying for will happen in a way you completely did not expect. When the door finally opens, what is behind it will not look exactly like what you thought it would. It will look infinitely better. You might be asking, better? How could it be better? Yes, my child. It will be more beautiful and more perfectly suited for you than your human mind can possibly imagine. It will be completely beyond what your tired heart can currently comprehend. Behind that door is a profound, unshakable peace. It is a divine setup that is so much better than anything you could have ever planned or orchestrated all on your own. Liking this video is an act of faith that accelerates the divine breakthrough over your life. When you click that button, you are metaphorically turning the handle on that spiritual door. You are telling heaven that you are not going to walk away, that you are staying right here in faith, and that you are ready for the door to swing wide open. Liking this video is an act of faith that accelerates the divine breakthrough over your life, speeding up the angelic assignment that is currently unlocking your greatest blessing. Reach out and claim that acceleration now. To be truly divinely loved means exactly this. God takes your broken plans and replaces them with masterpieces. For so long, things have been done your way, or the hard way. You cried intensely over things and people that were never meant to last in your story. People shied away from you, misunderstood you, or didn't say the comforting things you needed to hear, which unfairly made you doubt your own worth and beauty. But please hear this heavenly truth. Absolutely none of that rejection determined who you are. The pain did not destroy you. It forged you in the fire and made you so much better, so much stronger, and so much more compassionate. You are now officially being lifted up by heavenly hands. You are being gently lifted away from the quicksand of doubt, from the crushing weight of heartbreak, from the false shadows of shame, and from all the incredibly heavy things you were never ever meant to carry on your own shoulders. Someone in heaven, the one who knows your heart best, sees absolutely everything you do. They are looking down and telling you right now, I know it has been so incredibly hard for you, But please do not lose your beautiful soul in the pain. Do not settle down in the valley of grief. Do not ever believe that this current sadness is the only thing there is left for you. Your life story is still being actively written, and the next chapter is going to be so glorious that it will be worth all the hard, dark times you have faithfully walked through. You might not feel particularly strong right now as you listen to this. That is perfectly okay. God does not require you to be a superhero. You might not have any idea what will happen tomorrow or next week. That is also perfectly fine, because the only truly important thing is that you are simply ready to believe in goodness again. And that small, shaky, worn-out mustard seed-sized faith is absolutely all God needs to get the massive mountains moving out of your way again. Subscribing is an act of obedience that secures your alignment with the new season. When you choose to subscribe to these divine messages, you are effectively tethering your boat to a strong heavenly dock. You are ensuring that when the storms of doubt try to blow you off course, you remain firmly anchored to the truth of God's promises. Subscribing is an act of obedience that secures your alignment with the new season, constantly reminding your spirit that you are being lifted, guided, and deeply loved by the Creator. Make that powerful alignment permanent today. So let this specific message be your ultimate sign from above. Put these words into your heart very, very deeply. Do not forget what you are feeling right now. Do not just scroll past this holy moment and immediately go back to worrying about your worldly problems. Let this divine encounter genuinely change how you feel inside. Let it comfort your nervous system. Let it make you feel profoundly better and infinitely lighter. Allow it to make your spirit wide open to receive the goodness that is tracking you down. For several continuous days to come, you are going to feel a very real sensation that someone loving is walking right beside you. You will feel a sudden, comforting warmth in a room when it should be physically cold. When every single worldly circumstance tells your brain to panic and worry, you will instead feel an unexplainable, deeply rooted peace. You will catch yourself smiling for absolutely no logical reason while doing the dishes or driving your car. You will suddenly hear a specific song playing in a store that makes you instantly remember something incredibly important and beautiful about your loved one. When these things happen, you will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that they are standing very close to you at that exact point. Heaven is close. The miracle is almost here, my child. Please hear this vital truth directly from me, Archangel Michael, and from the one who loves you endlessly in heaven. You are not crazy for believing in these signs. You are not permanently broken beyond repair, and you are certainly not forgotten by the Creator of the stars. Now is your grand chance to step into the light. You will always be deeply, fiercely, and forever loved by the heavenly realm. Things are genuinely going to change for the better this time around. As this profound spiritual awakening continues to grow rapidly inside your chest, you must realize that being a part of this heavenly mission is not a casual thing. It is a direct calling from God. Please know that every single seed of kindness, love, or support you plant in this divine mission will miraculously grow into a blazing torch that shines brightly in someone else's terrifying darkness. Also giving to this spiritual work, whether it is through supporting the mission via the link in the description, contributing to the Ko-fi community, or simply dedicating your time and prayers to help spread this word, is an action that does not just go to a normal channel. Your earthly actions are directly supporting a massive divine mission to rescue and save lost, hurting souls who are desperate for a lifeline. Heaven always moves powerfully through willing, open voices, but it grows the absolute fastest through human hearts that are exceptionally kind and generous. This is the divine law I am speaking over your life right now. Each and every gift you give, no matter the size, is exactly like a flowing stream of pure, living water that rushes directly into the parched life of someone who desperately needs immediate healing. Give, and it will be given to you is not just an old historical verse or a nice saying. It is a living, breathing, spiritual promise that actively shapes the landscape of your future. Allow me to gently invite you right now to step forward with a very simple act of faith. Come into this exact moment with a clear purpose, with total honesty, and with a renewed sense of hope. When you support this heavenly work, it is not merely a donation to a cause. It is a profound act of spiritual obedience that directly causes the windows of heaven to fly open over your own life. When you let go of your seed of support, you are completely freeing God's hands to bring a multiplied harvest back into your own life. By doing so, you become an active, crucial part of the divine plan to save weary souls who are still painfully stuck in the dense fog of depression and grief. Every seed you lovingly plant turns into brilliant light that fights directly against the shadows of darkness. If you faithfully water the gardens of others, you will absolutely be watered yourself in your time of drought. The Creator says to you right now, this is not ancient history. It is a living, active promise regarding your bright future. Come into this holy moment with bold faith and a clear plan. The magnificent destiny that God has already planned for your life can actually be unlocked and accelerated through your acts of giving and sharing. Child, never ever forget that this precise moment did not just happen by random chance. This exact second in time was meant to happen by the perfect design of God. It was finally time for you to start believing in hope all over again. Feel completely free to smile right now. Stand tall and be incredibly strong. Keep your precious heart wide open to the sky, because I promise you, you will not be walking through this life alone from now on. You are being held securely by God. Your beautiful story is still going on. In fact, the best parts are just getting started. Yes, my beloved child, I will keep delivering this divine message directly to your spirit, because something even more sacred and profound is actively happening in the atmosphere around you right now. The heavens still have so much more to say to you. The beautiful person you love in heaven is still reaching out, still whispering gently, desperately hoping that you hear every single word, and your beautiful soul is still leaning in and listening. Please pay very close attention to the space around you right now, because the entire world is going to look completely different as soon as you are done listening to this. It is not necessarily because the outside world magically changed its shape, but because you have fundamentally changed on the inside. As slowly and beautifully as a delicate flower opens its petals at the very first light of dawn, your bruised spirit is currently being opened by the hands of angels. And what previously felt like suffocating darkness in your life is now being completely flooded with brilliant, warm, heavenly light. I want you to close your eyes and take a very deep, intentional breath right now. Hold it for just a second and then release it completely. With that breath, I want you to physically release absolutely everything you are so tightly holding on to. Let go of all the painful what-ifs that keep you awake at night. Let go of the heavy, punishing thought that says, I should have done more. I should have said more. Let go of the crushing guilt. Let go of your deep-seated anger at the universe. Let go of your crippling loneliness. Do not carry around the heavy weight of unanswered questions for one more second. The people in heaven who love you simply do not want you to carry that terrible weight any longer. They never, ever said you were to blame for anything. They never meant for you to be hurt by their passing. Now is the exact, divinely appointed time for your real, lasting healing to finally start. But you have to actively participate in this release. If this word has resonated in your spirit and you sense that heaven is speaking directly to you, type Amen in the comments below. Let this be your public declaration, your agreement with what God is initiating, and your activation into the new season. But this time, let typing that sacred word be your ultimate physical release. Let it be the exact word that permanently frees you from all the heavy guilt, the bitter regret, and the endless what-ifs you have been painfully dwelling on for far too long. Think of the massive weight physically lifting off your tired shoulders with each and every letter you type. Picture your loved one in heaven stepping closely to you, putting their warm, glowing hand directly over your beating heart and telling you, "It is okay now. You can let it go." Let the act of writing these words be your public declaration, sealing this word and serving as an anchor of faith that activates the total breakthrough God is initiating over your life right now. Now, heaven is speaking to you in the clearest, most loving voice your heart can possibly hear. They are saying, "Please, live. Do not just survive another day, but truly, beautifully, and deeply live your life." They have watched you from the balcony of heaven for a very long time, and they have seen you just going through the repetitive motions of life. Waking up, going to work, coming home, going to sleep, and repeating the gray days over and over again. They see how you feel completely empty inside, even when a dozen people are standing right around you. They see you laughing on the outside, but feeling absolutely zero true joy on the inside. They see you accomplishing earthly tasks, but not feeling 1 ounce of genuine fulfillment in your soul. They simply could not take watching you live in that gray space any longer. This is exactly why they practically begged the angels for this specific message to get directly to your screen today. That is exactly why you felt a strange, undeniable urge to open this video even though you logically didn't know why. It is because they are saying to you, you are still here on this earth. That deeply profound fact means you have not fulfilled your great divine purpose yet. That means that your earthly time is still going on for a beautiful reason. That means you are absolutely still going to get something wonderful and nice out of this life. Liking this video is an act of faith that accelerates the divine breakthrough over your life. It is your way of telling the universe that you are finally ready to stop merely surviving and start truly living again. When you take a moment to press that button, you are sending a massive wave of positive, expectant energy straight up to the heavenly realms. Liking this video is an act of faith that accelerates the divine breakthrough over your life, turning the slow wheel of destiny much faster and bringing your season of joy directly to your doorstep. Make that declaration of faith right now. Yes, I am Archangel Michael, the protector of your soul. I am boldly telling you that something incredibly wonderful is about to happen in your daily life. There must be something holy and totally miraculous preparing to unfold for you. I am not talking about a long time from now. I am not talking about in 10 years or 5 years. I am talking about very, very soon. You are currently standing in the middle of a divine countdown. This is the specific time of year when all the bitter tears you shed in private will completely turn into public, undeniable blessings. This is the exact season when important people will start talking about your incredible potential in rooms you haven't even walked into yet. Now is the time when the very things that the enemy meant to use to permanently hurt you will actually become the exact tools that make you unshakably stronger. You absolutely have to keep walking forward though, my brave child. You need to remain deeply hopeful, even when the path looks a little rocky. Every single step you take in faith is being closely, lovingly watched and celebrated by heaven. So please, do not give up now, even if your bones feel incredibly tired. Also, if you have been in a very dark place recently, and you have been quietly thinking about giving up on everything entirely, please hear my voice right now. Do not do it. Just in case you have been desperately crying out to God and praying for just one single, clear sign to keep going, I am telling you with absolute certainty, this is it. This is your sign. There is absolutely no doubt that heaven cares about you. In fact, they care about your daily happiness now more than ever before. Your loved one has seen you secretly look at their framed picture on your dresser and whisper, "I really wish you were still here." They have watched the painful nights when you went to sleep missing them so intensely that your eyes were completely swollen shut the next morning. They have seen you desperately try to explain your deep, complex sadness to people around you who just blankly stared and completely didn't get it. And in those exact moments of profound misunderstanding, your loved one immediately stands right next to you with their glowing arms outstretched wide and their spirit heart completely full of love, saying to your soul, "I am still right here. I did not actually leave you. From now on, I will walk right beside you every single step of the way." They are not just here to make you feel momentarily better today. They are actively bringing you beautiful new lessons and new beginnings. But you need to do something very important for them to clear the path. They desperately want you to permanently forget about your past mistakes. If you are in a place where you can safely do so right now, they want you to say this out loud to the room. It is okay that I didn't know everything back then. It is okay that I didn't somehow do more. I honestly did my absolute best with the tools I had, and I know that you still love me unconditionally. They are actively helping you right now to finally get completely through a massive door that you swore was locked for good. They are busy behind the spiritual scenes, masterfully orchestrating the exact circumstances to bring you the deep, pure, fulfilling love and peace that you absolutely deserve. To make sure you don't miss the moment this door swings open, you must remain spiritually anchored. Subscribing is an act of obedience that secures your alignment with the new season. It is a daily, constant reminder to your soul that you have a whole team of angels working on your behalf. When you connect yourself to this channel of blessings, you are drawing a map for your miracles to follow. Subscribing is an act of obedience that secures your alignment with the new season, constantly keeping your spiritual eyes wide open to the new people and new opportunities that heaven is sending your way. Take that final step of obedience today. You are being gently but firmly led right now toward a wonderful new chapter, and perhaps even toward a wonderful new person in your life. This new presence will not just tolerate you. They will completely and enthusiastically accept you exactly as you are, broken pieces and all. Being around them will feel exactly like coming home after a very long, exhausting trip. This person or this new community will deeply understand your emotional scars because they have survived their own fierce battles. And your precious loved one in heaven is smiling brilliantly, actively helping to tie this beautiful new knot from the other side. It is finally time. You have been waiting out in the cold for entirely too long. Heaven says loudly and clearly, you fully deserve to be loved and to be incredibly happy again. Just know that very soon, the heavy rhythm of your heart will change. You may suddenly feel a very soft, bubbling excitement in your stomach, a quiet but profound hope rising in your chest, or a warm flicker of something that feels exactly like bright sunshine returning after a terrible storm. This is not by random chance. It is your beautiful, lost loved one physically reaching their spiritual hands out to you from the balcony of heaven, turning the golden key and throwing open the door to the absolute best part of your earthly life. And my precious child, if you have stayed with me this long, if you are still reading or listening to my voice at this very moment, your battered soul is finally completely ready for you to be truly present here. Your massive miracle is now more likely than ever before to fully manifest in your physical reality. Do not ever forget what I said to you at the beginning. This is not just a nice, comforting internet message. There has been a literal, undeniable spiritual visitation in the room with you today. This has been a holy, sacred moment when the creator of the universe reached directly down through the clouds and touched the center of your heart. After today, your life will simply be different. Do not let this incredible feeling go away when the video ends. Do not let any stressful news or any negative person take away the profound peace you have resting over your shoulders right now. Fear has absolutely no permission to come back into your house. Keep this divine truth safely in your mind. Let today be the exact turning point where your entire story changed for the better. Just know that God is continuously watching you with immense pride. Tall, glowing angels are paying very close attention to your next steps. And someone deeply special in heaven is currently whispering to the other souls, smiling brightly and crying tears of pure joy, saying, "They understood me today. They finally, truly heard me." It has been a very long time since you looked up at the stars and quietly asked them if they are proud of you, if they completely forgive you, or if they even understand what you are currently going through down here. Well, right now, heaven is blowing the trumpets and letting them answer you directly. And their beautiful answer is very clear, very loud, and completely overflowing with pure, unconditional love. They are saying, "I do see you. I am so sorry you have had to carry this alone. And I am so unbelievably proud of you. You have walked through a terrifying valley of inky, pitch-black darkness. It has been incredibly heavy for you, and I know that absolutely no one else could see how much you were hurting inside. You have been wonderfully kind when other people turned completely mean and bitter. Even though your own heart was painfully breaking into pieces, you have consistently chosen to show love to others. From now on, heaven will permanently remember your gentle heart, and heaven will greatly reward you. They are still right there with you. They only changed their physical shape. True love never ever left you. It just looks like love has taken on a different, more spiritual form. You were able to bravely find your way through the thick forest of grief. And just now, your earthly path seamlessly merged into something so much higher, deeper, and more magnificent. You too, my beautiful child, are not the exact same person you used to be. You know so much more now. You are so much softer and more compassionate where it truly counts. You are fiercely stronger in beautiful ways that can only ever be learned by surviving deep pain. And most importantly of all, you are finally ready. Do something for me right now. You should do it just for yourself, not for me, and not even for them. Tonight, right before you close your eyes to go to sleep, say their lovely name out loud with immense love. Say it softly. Say it quietly into the dark room. If you need to let a few tears fall while you do it, that is perfectly okay. Tell them directly into the air, "I miss you so much. I love you forever. And thank you for still believing in me from up there." Just wait a few seconds after you say it. You will absolutely feel something shift in the room. You will feel something exactly like a comforting presence sitting on the edge of the bed. A sudden flush of warmth on your skin. A beautiful, vivid memory flashing behind your eyes. Or the undeniable, bone-deep sense that they are standing right there with you in that exact moment. You will never, ever be walking by yourself again. You will be divinely led in absolutely every single move you make from this day forward. There will be perfect, divine order waiting behind every new door you bravely knock on. There will be solid, sacred ground prepared perfectly for all of your biggest dreams to land on, because heaven has officially matched its frequency up with your earthly life. Your sacred, unbreakable protection is permanently provided by this heavenly decree. This glowing miracle covering is specifically tailored just for you. This is your birthright. This is your divine inheritance. In the highest, most holy heavenly places, your specific name has been spoken with great honor today. Now that heaven has officially said exactly what it came down to say, and the very last glowing pages of this divine heartfelt letter are currently being written into your spirit, the angels want one more extremely important thing from you. Please, do not forget about taking care of yourself. Do not get so incredibly good at just barely getting by that you completely forget how to live a vibrant, colorful, full life. Do not wait for a certain magical day in the distant future to start dreaming big. loving deeply, and trusting people again. Do it right now, today. Live your life fully now. Pick love right now, because there are still so many hurting people in this dark world who desperately need to see your unique, beautiful light. You were wonderfully meant to make a massive difference in some people's lives. You were purposefully meant to go to certain beautiful places, and your incredible earthly trip is far from over yet. The precious person you love in heaven absolutely does not want you to remain frozen in time, leaving them behind in your sad spirit. They want you to eagerly move forward, carrying their beautiful memory with you like a lantern. They want you to smile a genuine, bright smile again, and they want to know that their love was a big part of putting that smile back on your face. Let their endless love be the strong wings on your back, and let heaven be your ultimate guide. Now, Archangel Michael stands tall and protective right behind you. I gently place my strong, glowing hands securely on your tired shoulders, and I whisper softly into your ear, "It is time, my brave warrior. It is time for a peaceful, joyful walk in the sun." Now is the exact time to fully believe what all the beautiful signs have been telling you. Release every single thing that has hurt you right now. Now is the time to boldly step up and become the exact miracle that someone else out there is desperately praying for. Child of the light, this entire experience was not an accident. Your heavy doubt, your gripping fear, and your long season of hopelessness were completely and permanently interrupted by this sacred, holy moment. This very day will become the one specific day you always look back on and remember as the day absolutely everything changed for the better, if you just open your hands and let it. In the highest name of divine truth, I now completely bless you. God loves you endlessly from above, and a massive, beautiful miracle is already racing its way toward your front door. Know with absolute certainty that you are not alone as you move forward. Now the long, painful wait is officially over. Heaven knows your exact name. Things are going to get so incredibly beautiful for you in this next glorious part of your story. That was their loving message. That was their true voice. This was your divine chance. Amen. If you truly believe this with every fiber of your being, write this declaration in the comments right now. My miracle is here. Do not write that your miracle might come someday. Do not write that you merely hope your miracle arrives eventually. Write, my miracle is here. Say it exactly like it is the absolute truth, because in the spiritual realm, it already is. When you write those powerful words, you completely stop the energy of waiting, and you instantly start the energy of receiving. You graduate from just hoping to being absolutely sure. Type, my miracle is here, to make this holy moment last forever in your timeline. Let the act of writing these words be your public declaration, sealing this word and serving as an anchor of faith that activates the breakthrough God is bringing into your life right now. Remember that this magnificent healing message does not have to end with just you. As you step into your divine abundance, remember that you can easily help this holy mission reach the lost and the broken. You can support this vital, life-saving work through the exclusive link provided in the description or the pinned comment. Whether that is by kindly buying a coffee, making a heartfelt donation, or choosing to become a cherished member of our Ko-fi community. By doing so with a pure heart, you are directly sowing powerful seeds into the massive spiritual awakening, the profound deliverance, and the complete restoration of beautiful souls who are still tragically trapped in the darkness you just escaped from. Every single seed you generously plant instantly turns into burning oil for your own great destiny, a blazing fire for your divine calling, and a shield of unbreakable safety for your entire family. Now is your grand time, my beautiful child. Have unwavering faith. And as you step forward into your new life, watch in absolute awe as God miraculously multiplies every single thing you bravely let go of. Finally, before you close this window, heaven asks one last incredibly important favor of you. Sharing this message will multiply your favor and extend the blessing to those who need it. Do not keep this profound healing entirely to yourself. At this very last second, press the share button and send this directly to someone who has been sad, someone who is feeling lost, or someone who desperately needs to know that God and their angels are watching over them. Sharing this message will multiply your favor and extend the blessing to those who need it, creating a massive, unbreakable chain of miracles that flows directly through your hands and changes the world. Allow the light to go forth. Thank you, my beloved child. Step into your beautiful new beginning.